Changing the way we live can solve so many of the world's issues. This space is living proof that anyone can live a sustainable life.
It can be really overwhelming to change your whole lifestyle to be more sustainable, but little things make a huge difference.
I think sustainability works hand in hand with quality.
So there are many ways you can preserve abundance, right? You don't have to ferment everything, although if you start to love fermenting, you tend to get caught up in it, right? I can ferment that.
Yeah.
We use heat and vinegar to pickle, and we use life force and salt and water usually to ferment. And the other key ingredient is time. Oh my God, Joe, so many beans.
This is 5 plants.
So many beans.
Can you believe it? 5 plants. Joe's just cleaned up and got rid of all of the broad beans. The whole thing was just overgrown with broad beans.
Fermenting broad beans. I would have fermented those.
And this
we
is
could
yam
ferment some of
daisy.
these if you want to. Garlic scapes.
Yeah.
Are you using them?
No.
The scapes are delicious.
Hey
They're
JB,
still
don't worry
sitting
about
in
it.
there.
It's cool.
Oh, how did you do that? Are you done with the broad beans? Shall we take some? Are these broad beans?
Hey, try these.
Oh my God!
Look at these parsnip seeds. And that tastes weird.
Well, we're just looking at parsnip flowers before, and that's how they are.
It's totally different.
Oh my gosh, so fresh. It's like a lemon. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, that's totally
I think
different,
we can
isn't
put
it?
some of that in our beans.
Yeah.
This is one of the easiest first ferments you can do, is just getting carrots, beans, pickles if you're lucky, cauliflower, onions. Kidney beans and broad beans are one that I only discovered maybe 3 or 4 years ago when I was in New Zealand.
Oh, cool.
And I ate them at a restaurant, and I was just like, these are fermented for sure, but you can tell because of the life and the fizz. And it's just the same thing, you're just going to brine them.
And then when you talk about life in ferments, what do you mean?
Oh, so there is life on us, all around us. Hopefully there's life in your soil. There would be here for sure. And life sits on the vegetables. So when I say life, I mean bacteria and yeasts, naturally occurring bacteria and yeasts. And humans, and we're all part of the natural world, we live symbiotically with these bacteria. So part of my fermenting journey was that traditionally, and what the council or the food safety people would like, is for me to buy that life, like a packet of yogurt culture or something like that, and use that for your vegetables. However, you're getting only 5 or 6 strains, or 3 actually, strains of bacteria that have been grown in a lab. There's probably 30 to 40 kinds of bacteria sitting on this bean right now. And they're not bad bacteria. And sometimes in fermenting we'll say, oh, the salt will kill the bad bacteria. What we mean is that bacteria will go in and rot the vegetable. So there's a line between rotting, natural rotting, and fermenting. And we want to just go in and just turn it from rotting to fermenting in our favour. And we do that with 2 ways. Salt, which will kill the bacteria that would have rotted it, and then clamping out the oxygen. So what we're doing today is tons of green stuff. So we're going to preserve the beans and the broad beans. We're going to use a saltwater brine. A good way to remember the brine is that it's usually, unless it's like a zucchini or something seedy, it'll be saltwater based. So we're using 3%, which is the same as the ocean. So I always say to people, you don't have to get too caught up in measuring and weighing and working out percentages. Just taste it. And if it reminds you of the ocean and you get that crinkly lip feeling, that's 3%.
Okay.
The ocean and us, we're all so connected. So 3%, so that would be a big, huge tablespoon of salt per litre of water, if you really need to get the quantities, but that's about a 3%. Now, when it comes to fermenting, like we said, we don't need to use an airlock, and I want to use just an ordinary jar. If you don't have a flip top, a screw top is fine as well. If you can't find the lid, which happens a lot, foil or a 2-ply sort of paper bag that can't breathe on the top. Find a way so oxygen can't get in. So just like a sandwich or a pasta, you just go, what am I going to eat this with? How do I want it to taste? I love dill. with these because there's a whole dilly bean deliciousness, and we've got some dill seeds still, even though I tipped the jar over before.
I'm actually really excited because the first thing we picked when we were building were beans and dill, and these are the dill seeds that from that harvest.
Do you think this is a heaped tablespoon? So that's about 30
that's
grams.
Probably 1.5, I reckon.
Yeah, so 7, I think, depending on the salt. So I'm going to do 2 of these. 3 litres of water. That's about right. Right. What I'll do is taste it. Oh yeah, that's ocean.
That's ocean.
Taste that. Oh, there's ocean with yummy dill seeds. My goodness.
You should take those.
Is that ocean?
Yeah.